Hi, this is Matt Ali here with our most popular segment, which is Left versus Right. And today we have Mr. Atul Murthy of the Windsor Heights Herald, and we have on our right Mr. Spencer Reddy of the Rough Riders. So, I'll start with you, Mr. Reddy. What exactly are these Rough Riders?
Well, the Rough Riders, which I'm a part of, I'm a Rough Rider. I ride pretty rough. We're a volunteer cavalry infantry that has been fighting in the Spanish-American War. And we're the first volunteer infantry ever to fight for the Americans.
Okay, so now that we've got that as sort of a starting point, let's go to our first question here. I'll start with you, Mr. Murthy. What is your opinion on these Rough Riders and their state in the Spanish-American War?
Well, first I want to get into why the Rough Riders started. Okay, why we need Rough Riders. After the Civil War, there was a shortage of soldiers, right? And so now we need a volunteer cavalry. So that's why we have these Rough Riders. All right, these Rough Riders. Okay, so I feel like the Rough Riders are unnecessary. I feel like we shouldn't even be fighting this war. All right, we spend all this money on U.S. transport system to get the soldiers over there, and then why? Why do we need this war?
Well, Mr. Reddy, do you have anything to add?
Well, first I'd like to ask a question. Now let's imagine we were attacked by Spain. Okay?
Okay.
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 Okay, we're attacked by Spain.
All right, that would
Are
happen.
the Rough Riders still unnecessary?
Have we been attacked by Spain?
I said if we were attacked.
Listen,
I didn't
I'm
say
not saying the Rough. I'm not saying.
Wait, it's a moot question.
I'm sorry. All right. Listen.
Wait, what a minute?
Hold on. Listen, I'm not saying that we don't need Rough Riders. What I'm saying is we don't need them in this war. We don't need them to be fighting. I'm not saying we don't need an army. That's not what I'm saying at all. If Spain fights us, sure, hell with them, you know? Yeah.
Rough ride all up on them?
Yeah, rough ride all up on them, but we're not being attacked right now. Now, are we being attacked right now? Okay, answer that
So
question.
you take back your prior statement that the Rough Riders are unnecessary.
I never said that.
You
I
did.
said
Roll the
no. Okay, no, listen. I said the Rough Riders were unnecessary to be fighting in this war. It was unnecessary for the Rough Riders to be fighting in this war.
Okay.
So
Why?
Because we don't need to be fighting this war. We don't need to be putting their lives on the line. Now, like Mr. Reddy said, if Spain attacks us, then hell with them. Put them on the line because they can fight their country. They're volunteer. They join the fight with the country. Okay. Yes, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Get some water during the break.
That's fine.
Well,
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, you have anything to add to this?
I did.
Contribute? You done?
Well, considering he's a socialist.
Wait a minute.
I mean, sorry.
Wait, you're the socialist over here.
Sorry, capitalist. My bad.
Sorry, you're a real American.
Listen. Call me a skeptic. I think.
No, I'll call you a damn heretic.
Look, call me a skeptic. I personally think that this war is unnecessary because of the motives, the U.S. motives. Why are we fighting this war? Because the big businesses and corporations get an overseas market. Now, if we take our image and project it all over the world, then they'll buy stuff from us. That's what they think. That's what they think.
So we're projecting this image of killing many, many people, innocent people by your standards, and you think that's going to convince them that, oh, I need to go buy me some Charmin's toilet paper now.
Power is what we'll get.
Power toilet paper?
No, not power toilet paper. We will get power if we fight this war. But we don't need that power. We're fine the way we are. U.S. expansion led to this war. You know who the Generación 98 is? Sorry, that's Generation 98 in English. Do you know who the Generación 98 is?
What? Enlighten me, sir.
Generación 98, which we learned about in Spanish 4, is a generation, not really a generation, more of a group of fighters who Miguel de Unamuno is part of, right? And these people can't voice their opinions. All right? You know what they got to do? You know what they have to do to voice their opinions? They have to write implicitly. Like Mr. Mark Twain, the head of the anti-imperialist group in America, here in America, he's in his book, he condemned this war. This war is not necessary. I'm an anti-imperialist. I don't think we should be imposing our views upon everyone else. I also don't think that we should be killing innocent people to gain some power.
Mm-hmm. You're a terrible person, you know that? You cite this Mark Twain feller, some guy who barely has any education at all, that just happens to write a mediocre book that is loved by millions of people, as a be-all, end-all expert on the subject. And then you bring up these people in Spain, which, by your standards, we are actually helping, because before they had no means at all to voice their opinions, but now that we are helping them, they can.
Excuse me, we're trying to, Spain is a world power, and we're trying to take that from them.
Well, if they can't keep their world power, they don't deserve it.
Why are we even trying to take that from them?
Because
Why do you want to be a world power, Mr. Rough Rider?
Why don't you want to be a world power?
Because we don't need to be a world power. You know what's going to happen if we're a world power? Everybody is going to be asked for our conflict. You know what? Maybe in 2004, that's years from now. 2004.
That's
not
a
even a
very
real
long
year,
time.
dude.
Wait, listen. I don't believe the world's going to end Y2K. But anyway, let's say 2004. Years from now, they're going to have, people are going to fight with us. Or no. Someone's going to fight with someone else.
You mean 2001?
Something like that. I don't know. People are going to fight with, someone's going to fight with someone else. Then world power, United States, is going to be called upon because we're a world power. Why do you want to take other people's responsibilities into our own hands?
Why do you hate people, sir?
I don't hate people. I think that American interests should be America should be their own people. Should be their own people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, see, we raised some very interesting points. So, I'd like to open the floor for some closing statements. I'll start with Mr. Reddy since you were talking before.
Well, I had very little to say because Mr. Murthy took up most of my time with his incoherent blabberings. But I'd just like to point out that he is a socialist. Terrible. He's just a terrible person.
Okay.
in general.
Okay. I don't think we have to go that far. Okay, Mr. Murthy, any final thoughts?
Listen, I have friends. My friends are Charles A. Beard, Howard Zinn, Richard Hofstadter. All right, these people are also anti-imperialists, and together we believe that this war is unnecessary and wasteful, and we should not be fighting it. Under no circumstances should we be fighting it.
Okay.
And this man over here, let me go. Let me finish.
Okay.
Remember, kids, Hitler had friends.
Okay, so well, that should wrap it up there. And so join us next time for Left Success.